Hello. Welcome to my home. It's been a long time. Been a long time since I've shown my face on stream. Hold on, I just noticed my door isn't quite fully closed. I'm gonna get that closed. The household does not need to hear me clearly. I lowered the volume on my music, but it sounds really quiet to me now. I should bump it back up a little. Hi! Hi, I'm looking at the camera. I'm looking at you. Except I keep turning my head this way because this is where my second monitor is, where I have the OBS preview. So this is me looking at chat. You're over here. That's chat. You say something, I see you there. Yeah, hello. Yeah, my webcam is also in a different position than how it was before. If you were around when I did webcam streams before, I actually had my webcam perched atop this screen here, so you could see like that side of my room more. But now I have a cute shelf back here, so you get to see my cute shelf, okay? Look at my cute shelf. You don't have to see my whole bed over there. And all that. Yeah. Yeah. Hello, welcome to the stream. I will switch over to this screen actually, and now you can see me and my background even bigger. You can see that box behind me. I'm used to having my webcam mirrored, and I did not mirror it this time. So this I'm like this is my left hand. I'm used to seeing it on the left side, but it's on the right side. Wow, I'm so distracted by just my own face cam. You can see my air purifier down there. My lovely air purifier. Shout out to my air purifier. It sucks dust out of the air, and I love it for that. Anyway. So here we are. We are streaming. I'm streaming. I did not stream last weekend because I was at a furry convention, and also now the music sounds louder. I think it just the mixing on this song is louder somehow. I don't know. Maybe it's just a more happening song. It's more energetic. And yeah, I put on Night in the Woods music. Music is up here on the screen, up in the back corner. I'm trying so hard it's up there. Up in the back corner. There we go. That's there. I put Night in the Woods music on because first of all, I wanted to just put on one album and not think about it, and not think about like curating a playlist. And also, it felt appropriate because we're talking about how I went to a furry convention last weekend. Yeah, you know what? I'm gonna move my OBS screen here because I'm so distracted by my own face cam. I keep looking over here. Let's just put it on the main screen so that I'm looking at the main screen. Because if I'm not gonna just stop looking at my own face, might as well do this. So yeah, as I was saying, last weekend I went to a furry convention. I went to Furnal Equinox in Toronto. because I live close-ish to Toronto, so I didn't have to pay much for travel. Just like I took the train back and forth every day. I didn't get a hotel room. And it was pretty good. I enjoyed it so much I actually might try to get a hotel room next year so that I can stay later in the night and dance. Because I went to the Dead Dog Dance at the end of the Sunday evening, and it was really good. I loved it. It was fun. So yeah, it was a fun weekend. I got there on Friday. I got there fairly late because I stayed home in the morning to celebrate the Persian New Year with my family. So yeah, I celebrated the Persian New Year, and then I went off to my furry convention. Got my badge. That's my badge. This is my ring light is reflecting on it. There it is. There's my badge and the lanyard they gave me. It's a nice badge. Nice artwork there. We love art here. We love supporting artists. And what did I even do on the first day? I think the fursuit charades were on Friday, if I remember correctly. So I caught that. That's always fun. I watched the fursuit charades in Ottawa at Canference too, so I knew what I was in for and I knew it would be good, so shout out to Impossible Fursuit Charades. My neck has been a little sore lately, so you get to see me stretch. Yeah, Friday I feel like I didn't really do much. I got registered fairly late in the afternoon, went and got myself some food. So I got registered and then immediately left to go get food. Watched fursuit charades. Not much. I got really tired from walking around a lot. But I had fun. And here I keep adjusting the music volume. I feel like it's too loud and then I feel like it's too quiet. If anyone is watching, you can let me know how the balance is. What else? I guess Saturday was a pretty long day. I was already tired from Friday. So the first half of Saturday, I spent a lot of time just kind of sitting around and being too tired to do anything. But Saturday ended up being fun. I ended up going to a panel that was like an educational panel about weird alien creatures on Earth. Like weird bugs and sea creatures and things. That was like a highlight of my whole weekend. It was really fun. And I also I went and checked out the dealer's den. I did a little bit of shopping. Got some goodies to show off here. On the first day, I only bought one single sticker. I spent like a long time walking around the dealer's den, and I came out with one single sticker. And I'm going to try to find that specific sticker now. Hold on, bear with me. Yes, here it is, right here. Boom. It's just a cool wolf. It's just a cool, shiny wolf. And he's so cool. And it just spoke to me. I was like, yeah, I'll buy that. I'll buy that cool wolf. So this was my day one purchase from Furnal Equinox. It's funny, I specifically got this one from the 18 plus dealer's den, where people were selling, you know, erotic artwork and dildos and whatnot, and this is what I got from there. I like popped in just to check it out, just mostly out of curiosity. And I got this out of it. So shout out to the 18 plus dealer's den at Furnal Equinox for this awesome sticker. This awesome, very not safe for work sticker right here. Gotta be 18 or older to view this cool wolf. So there's that. That was my day one purchase. Day two was when I decided to splurge a little more. I'd been like, it has been a dream of mine since I was like 13 years old and I first joined DeviantArt. It has been and you know, first discovered the furry community through DeviantArt. It has been a dream of mine to one day own a fursuit. I don't really have the budget for a fursuit right now, but I was like, maybe I can drop like a few $100s on just like some paws and a tail, you know? Well, I'll see if anyone is selling some pre-made just parts in the dealer's den. And Friday, I didn't see anyone, like pretty much no one selling paws, and none of the tails were speaking to me. And I kind of wanted to try to get like at least a somewhat matching pair of paws and tail. Yeah, I didn't. There was one person selling a matching set of paws and a tail that were like rainbow and white, and it was kind of tempting. But I'm like, I feel like the white's gonna get dirty, and it's like, it was pretty pricey. And I'm like, do I want to spend that much money on something that's not perfect? But day two, things changed. Day two, we made some purchases. Day two, we got these big old paws. They're like not the color I wanted, but I do like this style. I like the claws. They were pretty cheap for what they are, so I'm like, you know what? Screw it, I'm taking these home. I don't care. These are mine now. They were like some of the maker's old stock that they just wanted to get rid of, so they priced them fairly low. And I said, well, I can't really afford to spend a whole lot of money right now, but I wouldn't mind having some paws, and these ones are, you know, kind of a budget option, but they're like pretty good quality for the price. They're lined. They're nice. They're pretty nice. So I've got paws now. I just have these. I just have these now. Peace sign. Really hard to do with these big puffy four-finger paws. Peace. Finger guns. What if I tried to play video games with these? Oh, this would be like, you know, not completely impossible. It would be fun for a little challenge. Oh, that's fun. So yeah, got these big old paws now. This was my big Saturday purchase, and my biggest purchase of the whole weekend. Yeah, and that was Saturday pretty much. Yeah. Did I just smack my mic? I'm sorry if that sounded bad. So yeah, I guess now we're on Sunday, and I feel like Sunday was kind of the best day. I did a lot. I had a lot of fun. Um, I don't remember exactly the order. I think, yeah, the first thing would have been the trading post, which was so much fun. I brought, hang on, I still have some left. I can show them. So the trading post was just, bring your little trinkets that you want to get rid of and see if other people have things to trade. And people brought way more than just little trinkets. People brought people brought fursuit parts. It was or even like their whole partial suit, and being like, yeah, I'm open to offers if you have one that you want to trade. It's like, okay. But other people just had like little trinkets, like stickers and other little things. So I brought a whole bunch of these. These are some little old collectible Pokemon cards. And they're like lenticular. Look at that, you can see that pretty well. They evolve. Here's Meowth, and it evolves into Persian. Come on, let's see if we can get a good view of Persian there. That's pretty good. So yeah, I had like a whole bunch of these. These are things that have just kind of been sitting in my house since I was a kid. I have no idea where we got them. Apparently they're from 1999. So I had a set of 14 of these. Got 2 Krabbies, by the way. A double Krabby. These are the 4 that I have left. I started with 14. I traded 10 of them at the trading post. So, what did I get at the trading post? Well, I got some stickers. Here's a good one. Don't awoo. Some of the stickers I got were like just people's personas and OCs, which I thought was really cool. Here's a couple of those. This is a cool one. This sparkly beetle that I got from the person who had done the alien creatures panel the day before, or yeah, it was the day before. That was Saturday, now we're on Sunday. And I got a worm on a string, which is back there somewhere. I got a little like metal spinning top, like the one in Inception, which is one of my favorite movies, so that's fun. Here's some more stickers of people's personas. So that was a lot of fun. I just like got to walk around the room looking for trades, do some trades of my own, or people like set up at tables, and other people were just walking around. So I spent part of the time sitting at a table, part of the time walking around. I did some more shopping. I got some more stickers. Yeah, good stickers. These are stickers that I purchased with money, and I do not regret it. They're good stickers. I also got... This was another one of my biggest purchases of the weekend. Pigeon. This is an original canvas made with... It's like a canvas with an illustration done with paint markers. And this one I had seen at another convention before, and I was like, oh, that's really cute, but it's like a little too expensive because, it's reasonably priced. It's an original piece, so obviously it's going to be a little pricier. But I couldn't really justify it at the time, so that was at Conference last year. And then now at Furnal Equinox, I saw it again, and Sunday afternoon, it still hadn't sold. I said, okay, I'm gonna give this pigeon a home. I'm gonna give this little pigeon a home. I've still got some cash left. I'll get this. Oh, I almost forgot. More trading post stuff. I was like, where did I put all the stuff that's not stickers from the trading post? This is one of the things that I got that was not a sticker. This is a little whale shark coin purse. And inside we have more items I got that were not stickers. I got a little alien rubber ducky, very tiny. Very good. This is actually this keychain was attached to this guy, but it broke off. I might try to reattach that. I got a squeaker, because, you know, why not? It's just a squeaker. And yeah, this is like the best thing I got. Like, it's a whale shark coin purse. His mouth opens and you store things in there, and it's soft and it's so cute. It's cute and functional. Incredible. Yeah, other purchases. I got a lanyard. It's blue and it has sea creatures on it, including some rays. So I thought that was very appropriate for me because I love the color blue and I am Ray. So that's my lanyard. Very cool. One thing I loved about this convention was there were like tables throughout the convention hall where people just left free stuff. Just like, you know, business cards, stickers, just various items. And yeah, I got this. I like this character design. I actually saw this fursuiter at the fursuit charades. Very cool. Shout out to Boxcat. I don't know anything about them as a person. I just like their character design and their fursuit design. So yeah. Someone had left a bunch of these Geronimo Stilton bookmarks. Trying to get my camera to focus on that, but yeah. Shout out to Geronimo Stilton. We love Geronimo Stilton here. Come on, camera. Show me the beautiful mouse. Come on, camera. Okay, anyway. Another thing that I purchased, this little guy. Little bead possum with a rainbow tail. And kind of bisexual colors with the pink and blue and purple. It's good colors anyway. It's a good possum. I put it on the end of my lanyard so I could fidget with it. Yeah. And my final big purchase of the con. So I got my paws, and I was like, okay, maybe I'll try to find a tail that matches it, but there wasn't really, like, there were a few that I kind of considered that were kind of the right color, but they weren't quite what I wanted. In the end, I was like, I don't need one that matches, I'll just choose with my heart. And I chose this beautiful tail. I also have this rainbow belt that I had actually already bought at Conference from the same person who made this tail. So, there's my lovely tail. And it's awesome, I love it. I wore it to the Dead Dog Dance and danced around with my tail, and it was beautiful. So, yeah, and I watched the fursuit dance competition. That's always fun. Very, very impressive seeing people dance around in their big fursuits. Really cool. Wow, I was getting sweaty enough just wearing my big paws. I wore my paws a little bit at the dead dog dance, and it got too hot. And then other people were at that same dance in like full padded fursuits. Like, I should say, for people unfamiliar with furry conventions, the dead dog dance is just the typical name that they give to the last dance of the convention. It comes after the closing ceremonies, after basically everything else is wrapped up. It's like, we're closed, but you don't have to go home yet, you can still dance. That's pretty much it. I went to the dead dog dance because all the other dances were too late in the evening for me. I had to go home. I didn't have a hotel room. I had like an hour-long train ride to get home. But I went to the dead dog dance because it was fairly early Sunday evening, so. And I really enjoyed it. I enjoyed it enough that I might get a hotel room next time so I can go to the later dances. Yeah, I don't know if there's anything else I wanted to talk about there. That was my lovely furry convention experience. It was really good. I really want to go to more furry conventions and, again, maybe get a hotel room next time so that I can stay later and, you know, maybe do more things because I'll have a chance to rest, put my feet up, maybe even take a nap and then get back out there. I don't have to just, like, stay there as long as I can and then tap out and go home. And, you know, I spent plenty of money at the dealer's den this time, so I can just, next time, instead of buying more stuff at the dealer's den, I can allocate that budget to a hotel room, you know? So that is my Furnal Equinox 2026 story. I will definitely plan to be there for 2027. Which is, instead of being on the vernal equinox, it's going to be Valentine's Day weekend, which is kind of weird, but that's what they were able to get at their new venue, because they had to change venues, so it is what it is. Oh yeah, I also got this. At the end of the con, they were giving away these unused badges from 2025, so I have that now. I just have this. So there you go. I can pretend that I went to Furnal Equinox in 2025, even though I didn't. Organize all this stuff that I have on my desk now. Actually, I'm gonna put the pigeon back in its home on my shelf. By the way, this blank space on my wall, that is where I normally have my university degree. I took that down because you guys don't need to know my full legal name. I don't need to have that on my stream. You generally can't really read it. Like when the camera's focused on my face, you can't read it at all. I was just worried that if I get up and it focuses on the background, you might be able to read my name on it. So I took it down. So that's why there's a blank space in the wall with a hook sticking out, is because that's where a document featuring my full legal name normally hangs. So yeah, I guess, I don't know, other things that have happened in the past 2 weeks. Oh, did I get a hydrate redeem in the chat? Thank you for that. I should drink water, actually. Thank you. Oh, I missed that before. The activity feed says that was 11 minutes ago. Oof. Oh, excuse me. Been very focused on yapping. thank you for making me drink water. Yeah, not much else has happened in the past couple weeks in terms of, exciting news. In addition to spending a lot of money at the convention, I also spent a whole bunch of money getting my eyes checked and then ordering new glasses. So that's fun. So I'm not going to have these anymore, except I probably actually will still use these, because the optometrist told me I should use a weaker prescription when I'm looking at just a screen, because I'm very nearsighted. I need glasses for distance. But this isn't much of a distance. Here, I'm touching my monitor right now. That's not a big distance. So I don't need strong distance vision to look at my computer screen. So the optometrist recommended that I just keep glasses with an older prescription and use those for looking at the screen, which, yeah, makes sense. So yeah, this has been my very expensive past 2 weeks, but it's not too bad. And I rarely spend a lot of money on things. I don't splurge a lot. My typical splurge is like ordering food for $30. So, yeah. I can afford to splurge a little more every once in a while. And also, like, spending money on eye care is like necessary medical care. And I'm fortunate enough to actually have it partially covered by insurance right now, because I'm a student, and being a student gives me access to insurance. Got those student benefits. They don't cover a whole lot, especially for like vision care. They didn't even cover half, but it's nice that they covered something. Yeah, that's been my past couple weeks. I got my eyes checked, I went to a furry convention, I ordered glasses. Can't remember if there's anything else worth mentioning. I guess we can play a video game, maybe? Yeah, how about some freaking Ace Attorney? I should also mention next weekend is Easter, and I'm gonna be doing Easter stuff with my family, so there will again be a weekend with no stream. So let's do a little bit of video game during this stream, because then we're going to have another week of no Ace Attorney. So tragic. I want to change the stream title. Let's see, the title and the category. What am I gonna title this stream? I'm trying to, like, we're getting so close to the end of the game. I don't want to make it like a spoiler. I want to be like fighting a ghost in court, but that's a spoiler for people who haven't gotten to the very end of the third Ace Attorney game. Not quite the very end. I think I'm in like the second to last part. And like 4-2 and the last part is 4-3, something like that. I mean, 5 part 4 part 2 or something. It's episode 5 part 4-2 or 4-3 or whatever. Anyway, I like changed my mind about how I wanted to title this stream multiple times. I initially was gonna keep just one title for the whole stream, and then I was like, well, no, I'll start with one title, and then when I switch to Ace Attorney, I'll change the title. And then I didn't think about what I would want the title to be at that point. So, Do I do a women's wrongs joke? You know, when people joke about supporting women's rights and then joking about supporting women's wrongs when they talk about like toxic female characters or like evil female characters. I'm just gonna... We're on part 11 now. Part of 11 of just 3-5. I'm just gonna say Court's haunted. You know, Court's haunted. Because that's a nice little ghost reference without really revealing anything about the nature of said ghosts. Oh yeah, I have to change the category. Trials and tribulations. Alright, I have updated the stream info. I will also update social media, let them know we're actually playing the game now. I'll move this back over here. Posted to Blue Sky. Let's copy and paste that. Where is it? Here. And Discord. Just letting the people know in case they were like, you know, wanted to hop in for Ace Attorney and not be here for the rambling about furry convention experiences. Okay, I have informed the masses that we are going to be playing Ace Attorney now. The masses have been informed. And now it is time to turn off the Night in the Woods music so we can get the video game audio. Let's boot it up. Don't forget to stretch. Stretch. You better be stretching over there. You at home. Get my controller. Looking at my phone. Okay. Actually, I should turn on Do Not Disturb so my phone doesn't buzz at us. Alright, here we go. Yeah, we are at part 4-2 of episode 5, and I believe 4-3 is the final part. I think we saw that last time when I checked a walkthrough. Last time we finished part 4-1, episode 5, part 4-1 trial. And in this episode, it was revealed at the end that the Iris that we were talking to was in fact her dead twin sister Dahlia. So, we are in fact fighting a ghost in court. Because she did in fact commit a murder. I think we can say pretty confidently that this ghost did commit a murder. So, how is this all gonna resolve itself? I don't know. I can pretty confidently say we're not gonna find out tonight because I want to wrap up this stream in about an hour, so we spent quite a bit of time chatting about my furry convention experience, my fun weekend, so our time to play the game will be limited. I should make my webcam a little smaller. I feel like it's taking up a lot of space here. I feel like I should actually crop it, because it's... Can I crop this? I never have to crop things on OBS, so I don't even know how to do it. I think I can do a filter for that. Filter. Hello. Transform. How to crop image on OBS. Help. Oh, I can zoom. Well, this doesn't seem to be doing anything. It doesn't do anything to the preview. Or does it? Hold on. Looking at the wrong thing? If I do a little 120% zoom. Come on. See what happens. No, it doesn't do anything? Okay. What if I zoom it way in? No, that doesn't do anything. Okay. Cancel that. Why is there no clear crop option for an OBS source that I can find? Why? That's so strange. It's I can make myself small here, but then I'm so small. I'm So small. It would be nice if I could crop out the background a little bit. I guess I could like tilt it down so that I fill more of the screen. So there's less blank space on top, at least. That'll do for now, I think. And I can always move myself out of the way if I'm blocking something important. This'll do for now. Bang. Oh, for a moment there, it was just not in my mind that I would have to voice these characters. Actually, what if I move myself up here? So that I'm not blocking the text. Hi, I'm up here now. I'm up in the top corner. Wow. Oh, I need to yawn. I should drink more water. Get some more oxygen in my body. All right.
Now then, let's continue where we left off, shall we? You get to see me doing these voices. Well, with this.
Yes, here we are. Yes? How can I help you, Mr. Judge?
Well, it seems that if we're to learn the truth, we'll need to hear your testimony.
What is going through the judge's mind right now, where the witness, who's also the defendant, just admitted to being someone else, and not only is she someone else, she's someone else who got executed last month. Like, what's going through everyone's mind here? Keeping in mind that most of them think that like spirit channeling isn't real. It's crazy. I have no problem with that. When you've seen what I have, sometimes the truth is better left unknown. Okay. Okay.
In any case, let's hear your testimony. Tell us about the plan that was carried out that night.
Testimony! Yay! To be so honest, I get kind of bored in these court segments. So it kind of sucks for me that like the like big moments of the game all happen like this. But anyway, we move forward. The plan. The whole plan began with my death. A stupid plan hatched by Morgan Fay to install her own daughter as the next master. But for it to work, Maya Fay would first have to die. Sorry, adjusting myself a little bit here. The idea was for me to kill Maya and then have the blame pinned on Iris.
Damn.
Just Iris really getting the short stick here. The plan went wrong, but it seems to have succeeded anyway. Scary.
So that means you really are...
Wait a minute. Did you just say the plan was to kill Maya Fay? Yes. You have a problem with that? Yeah. Don't give us that nonsense. Oh, I didn't have enough time to read that.
Watch yourself, trite. If you've got a problem, solve it during cross-examination. That's one of my rules. Alright.
Mr. Godot is correct. And by the way, that's one of my rules as well.
To kill Maya? Could it be true? I mean, it certainly could be, Phoenix. I don't find it that hard to believe, but let's cross-examine. And part of why these sections are so boring for me is my own fault, because I insist on pressing everything. Because I want to see all the dialogue. You were executed last month, correct? Yes, I was hanged. It wasn't exactly pleasant. Yep, understandable. I can see that. How did you manage to discuss the plan? When did you talk with Morgan Fay? Last year, she was transferred to the same detention center as me. Oh, you can't see Morgan Fay. You don't have to see Morgan Fay, do you? Do you care about her? Maybe I should go over to this side so that you can see the little portraits and evidence and whatnot that shows up there. I could also put myself down here, but then this is probably the best space to put myself for Ace Attorney purposes. Anyway, yeah, so Dahlia was in jail and Morgan Fay was also in jail because they just can't stay out of trouble, this family. Since I was on death row and she was my mother, it was actually pretty easy to meet with her.
I see. So that's when you discussed the plan.
Ha! Are you crazy? At first, that woman was planning to kill me as well. Even though I'm her own daughter. I mean, yeah, wouldn't put it past her. Yep. All to make Pearl Fay the master of Kurain. She's a cold, twisted woman. Just like me! She thought she could finally regain her lost honor. The honor she lost when her younger sister, Misty, took her place as the master. Ever since that day, she's been working on this plan.
A plan?
Yes, a plan. That's what we've been talking about. That's like what we're calling this testimony is the plan. Oh yes, a stupid plan. Blah, 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 blah. You're talking about Pearl Fay, is that correct? Yes, though at first she had high hopes for the two of us.
You and your twin sister, Iris.
That's correct. Fortunately, neither of us had much spiritual power.
Fortunately?
That's why we were abandoned by her, along with our father.
And
The only person I ever really cared about in life was myself. My sister was a nuisance, so I convinced my father to leave her at an old temple.
wow.
Dahlia's really just like this, huh?
You mean Iris?
Yes. My father remarried a woman who also had a daughter. The less children you have, the more money there is to go around, right? And on top of that, my father had absolutely no interest in children in general.
How horrible.
I mean, yeah, Would suck to be raised by someone who wasn't interested in having children. Like for real.
The really horrible one was that woman. That bitter, vengeful woman.
Her little sweet smiling sprite
Talking about this bitter, vengeful woman, my mother. It was her stubbornness that gave birth to that child, Pearl Fay.
Her stubbornness gave birth to a child. Congratulations.
She was born with an abundance of spiritual power. Unfortunately for her. Morgan Fay heaped all of her broken hopes and dreams onto that poor child's back.
Nah, I get it. I totally get. She was like, fortunately, I didn't have much spiritual power. Unfortunately for this poor child, she did have spiritual power. Because, like, it's just expectations, man. It's all about this bad mother trying to live vicariously through her kids. I do not envy the child of someone who's trying to basically force that child to obtain the better life that they wanted to have. I don't know if I feel like I worded that weird, but I get it.
All because of her pathetic dreams of having her bloodline become the main family.
Maya Fey would first have to die.
Maya would have to die? But why?
I am, like, compulsively picking at the dry skin on my lips.
And you can see it because I have my camera on.
But why?
For our bloodline to succeed as the main family, thus making Pearl the new master. The remaining descendants of the current master had to be taken care of.
Oh, one of my Steam friend is playing something. Anyway.
Objection!
But Pearls would never agree to a plan like that. Aw, Phoenix, you think Pearls had any say in this? She adores Maya.
How sad. You still don't get it, do you? What Pearl wanted had nothing to do with it. Morgan didn't care one bit about Pearl. The only thing she cared about was the position of the master. That's all.
That's ridiculous! Aw, Phoenix is getting very emotional here. Love that.
She was willing to sacrifice anything and anyone to achieve her goal. The life of her daughter, and naturally the life of Maya Fey as well.
How could anyone do that? Phoenix, you've been working these crazy murder cases for a few years now. Are you really so shocked? Are you really, like, really? Guess it's hard to think rationally when it's your own besties involved.
The idea was for me to kill Maya, have the blame pinned on Iris.
You were going to kill Maya?
Pearl didn't need to know anything about it. All she had to do was follow the instructions in the letter and channel me. Then I would have simply used her body and finished the job.
Like, it's crazy how cold Dahlia is. Like, this character, just absolutely heartless. Good villain.
In any case, I'm already dead, and there's nothing any of you can do to me.
Like, imagine someone who, even in life, went to crazy extremes to get what she wanted. She committed multiple murders while alive. And now she's dead, so she has nothing to lose. Like, okay.
Grr. So the plan was to blame the crime on your younger twin.
Younger twin. Okay.
On Sister Iris of Hazakura Temple.
Just interesting when people care about which twin is younger. But anyway.
Yawning again, excuse me.
She and I look absolutely identical. No one can tell us apart. If someone were to witness me killing Maya, naturally, they would think it was Iris that had done it.
And the witness in this case was the head nun, Sister Bikini.
I never would have guessed she was going to return to Hazakura Temple that night. But she wound up seeing Iris's crime anyway.
Why did you want to pin the murder on Iris in the first place? She's your twin sister, isn't she?
Twin sister. Don't make me laugh. She's nothing but a backstabber. I couldn't care less about her.
Backstabber? What did Iris do to you? Backstabber? That's what I'm saying! I keep wanting to look over here, because I used to have my webcam here. So I used to, like, look at the camera over this way. Now I kind of want to move my webcam back there, because I like being able to turn here and look at the camera. Anyway. Now I'm just always facing the camera, and it's weird. I'm not used to this. Anyway, backstabber?
You just don't understand. You never will.
Well, of course I won't understand if you don't tell me!
Excuse me, I'm adjusting myself again.
Sitting for long periods of time is bad for you, you know. Again, I'm looking here because I want to look at the camera. I either need to break that habit or just move my webcam back here. Or just not do webcam streams and just do the PNG tuber thing. Anyway, I can't stop yawning. Plan went wrong. Alright, what you gonna say about this? You think the plan was a success?
You heard me. Just as that woman had hoped. Maya Fey is dead.
No, she ain't. No, she ain't. There's no way she is. I simply don't know. I mean, I simply know she is not. Anyway,
Now the title of the master will pass on to Pearl Fey.
that's absurd. Maya is just... She's just trapped. Trapped inside the sacred cavern. I don't know if it's the sacred cavern where she's trapped. I don't know if that's where she's trapped. I have a hunch.
Really? You're as foolishly optimistic as ever, aren't you?
My darling Feeny. Ooh. 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 Ooh, she's pulling that. She's bringing up Feeny.
Do you want to know the truth?
I mean, yeah, that's what we're here for.
Ever since we met, I've despised you.
Understandable. You being who you are, I get that. You seem to kind of despise everyone, so unsurprising.
Your sniveling naivete and your pathetic faith in other people.
I just want to know one thing. What did you personally think of Morgan Fay's plan?
I told you already, didn't I? It was a stupid plan. It had no point, no value other than fulfilling her own greedy desires. Yes, it was certainly nothing to be proud of.
That's how you feel. Why did you help her carry it out? Why would you do it? Why would you kill Maya?
You may not understand it, being the kind and gentle soul that you are. You may not be able to appreciate why someone like me would help a woman like that.
So then tell me, why?
Isn't it obvious? I'm not like that woman. I only acted my own self-interest. The reason I helped her was for myself. For my own personal satisfaction.
What's this sprite? Doesn't seem to go with what she's saying, but all right. What did you say? So this woman, Dahlia Hawthorne, she had her own reason for wanting Maya dead? Why? Just to upset Phoenix? No, I don't understand. Obviously, it's because you were helping Morgan Fay.
Helping? Don't make me laugh. From the day I was born to the day I died, I never helped anyone. I lived for myself, and in the end, I died for myself. I thought that was obvious.
So she wasn't actually cooperating with Morgan. She was just using Morgan and her plan so she could accomplish her own goal.
All I wanted to do was kill Maya Fey. That was the only way I could think of to get revenge.
Revenge? Looks like I have no choice but to present that piece of evidence. This one! The badge! This is nothing. This is nothing. It's just the map. This. 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 The weather. Revenge against the weather! Revenge against this beautiful piece of art. Revenge against this damn bridge that keeps killing people. What evidence do I have that's relevant here? Can't believe it. She meant to kill Maya. Gotta keep a cool head to get more information out of her. Well, I don't know. It's just the bridge photo. I mean, I'll save and just start trying things, I guess. Plan went wrong, but it seems to have succeeded anyway. I feel like I need to present something here. What was your goal? Nope. Nope. Don't save. Load. I'm just trying things right now. Obviously, that's not going to work. What your goal was? Well, it wasn't this, because you're specifically telling me that it's, yeah, you're going against that, or that was not your motive. You explicitly told me that wasn't it. I don't know, Mia. Okay. Interesting. Could it be that your actual goal had nothing to do with Maya Fey herself?
As I said, none of you have the power to punish me anymore. I'm freaking dead. Yep. Because I'm already dead. Well, I had the same problem, you see.
Okay, I see.
You can't punish the dead, and you can't take revenge against them either.
You wanted to take revenge on someone?
I was sentenced to die because of that woman. Mia Fey.
I somehow knew this was it.
I wanted to send her a message. It was at her hands that I suffered my first humiliation. I wanted her to feel the same pain she made me feel. Sadly, when I realized revenge was impossible, I gave up.
And the reason it was impossible? Was it perhaps because Mia Fey had already died?
Yes, and I realized there's only one way to take revenge against the dead.
And how do you do that?
Even when the body dies, the spirit, the ego, it lives on, forever. I wanted to take away the person that Mia Fey loved most. I wanted to kill her with my own hands. That would be the one and only way I could take my revenge against Mia Fey.
But how do you truly kill someone if their spirit lives on? I think I might be putting something together here.
That was the reason I helped out with that woman's plans.
Just for that? For that you would kill Maya? Your goal was no different than that of a Morgan Fey. Morgan Bay. I feel like I keep like looking over at my face and in here and like I feel like my head is like tilted this way a little bit. Or tilted which way? I don't know. I don't even know. It's yeah, it's like tilt. I feel weird. I feel like I feel weird about the way my face looks. My forward facing face. I keep getting distracted. Get distracted by my little face in the corner. And yawning again. I mean, I don't hate doing webcam streams. I do kind of like being able to like gesture and make faces. Again, I'm trying to look at my second monitor here because that's where my webcam was in the past. Now I'm looking at the webcam. You. Okay, anyway, I'm getting distracted. I want to play the game. I want to see what happens next in the video game.
As they say, the apple doesn't fall far from the tree. What a cruel plan. Cruel, cold, and heartless.
Don't waste your time preaching to the dead. I've already told you, there's not a thing you can do to me.
Grrr. Grrr. Just, this guy keeps growling.
That night, at about 9:30 p.m., I materialized into this world.
Here? In this hall? That's interesting.
I quickly pinned my hair up and put on a demon warding hood.
Oh, it's this...
Then I picked up the staff that was by my side and left Hazakura Temple.
So... It was... Okay, well now the portrait is on this side of the screen. Come on, man. Whatever, you don't get to see Elise Donim's eyes. Anyway, it was Elise Donim who channeled her after all.
That ridiculous head nun never noticed a thing.
Okay.
She left Maya Fey at the inner temple and wobbled back, clutching her poor old back.
What did you do then?
That kid was easier to handle than I had hoped. I caught up with her in front of the stone lantern. Then I took out the dagger I got from the storeroom and...
So then you're saying you stabbed Maya?
strange, but I don't have a clear memory of what happened after that.
What does that mean? No clear memory.
I don't know. I think I was stabbed.
You were stabbed?
At the last minute, Maya Fey must have stabbed me. I'm sure of it.
That's not like her at all. Maya wouldn't stab a french fry with a plastic fork.
Anyway, I suddenly lost consciousness. But before I did, I scrawled her name on the lantern. Just as I was passing out, I wrote Maya behind my back. I had hoped it would cast suspicion on her.
I can't believe she was thinking of that until the bitter end.
That's where my memory temporarily stops.
It stops?
I don't have any memory of actually killing Maya Fey with my own two hands. My very last memory was Maya's terror-filled eyes. When I woke up after that, I was in the sacred cavern surrounded by darkness.
You were in the sacred cavern?
The entrance was sealed with one of those trick locks. Somehow I had been trapped in there.
How did you wind up in there? How?
I'd like to know that myself.
Does she actually not know?
Anyway, I was worried. I didn't know whether or not Maya Fey was dead. And I swore I wouldn't return to the underworld until I knew that I had killed her myself.
The underworld, you say? Interesting. I don't know if it's ever been discussed what the spirit world actually is. Like where the spirits are when they're not being channeled by people on Earth. For a ghost, you're one tough cookie.
I wanted to get out of there and make sure she was dead. But I couldn't do it. I couldn't get out.
The trick lock stopped you, huh?
I didn't know how to remove it.
So then you're saying you were actually confined against your will inside this sacred cavern?
Yes, I wanted to get rid of that annoying lock as soon as possible. But it wasn't easy. I kept getting interrupted while I was working on it.
Interrupted?
It was early in the morning, but someone came into the training hall.
What? Who?
Could it have been Maya?
I thought the same thing, but I couldn't see.
Why not?
If someone had spotted me, I could have lost my chance to take revenge. So I made sure to hide myself well at the back of the sacred cavern.
That morning, only 2 people could have gone into the training hall. Maya and Pearls. Pearls went there to cover the hanging scroll in gravy.
Still, I finally managed to remove the lock. But I was too late.
What do you mean by that?
The flies had already started to gather.
The bridge had been fixed and the police had started their investigation, correct?
Naturally, I couldn't go out. So instead, I returned to the cavern and put the lock back on myself. I realized I wouldn't get a chance to see Maya's corpse as I had hoped. But just then, Lady Luck showed up.
Lady Luck?
After that big earthquake, she showed up all by herself.
The real Iris?
She said she'd come to make sure the sacred cavern was all right. Stupid girl. I came out from the sacred cavern and got a feel for the situation. And I locked her away in my place.
So true.
I finally learned exactly what had happened. It was then that I learned that the plan had actually succeeded.
What do you mean your plan had succeeded?
I had misunderstood one thing, you see. That night, the one that had summoned me, I had assumed that it was Pearl Fay.
Well, of course you would have assumed that. It was written in the instructions.
But I was wrong. The person that had actually called my spirit back was Misty Fay, the picture book author.
What?
Well, that's really the only possibility, isn't it? After I lost consciousness in the garden, it was her body that was left lying there. Maya Fay. I wasn't able to kill her with my own hands after all. But even so, I made her commit the most vile sin a human can commit.
And that is?
Matricide, the sin of killing her own mother.
Damn, is that actually what happened? Or is there gonna be another twist thrown in there? No way!
Order? Order in the court. What is the meaning of this?
It's true that I was the one who attacked Maya Fay. But even so, the murderer who actually snuffed out Misty Fay's life was none other than your darling little Maya.
Ridiculous! That's nonsense!
Are you sure about that? Just think about it. There's even evidence supporting these facts, isn't there?
What do you mean? What is this so-called evidence?
The fact that Maya Fay has disappeared is evidence enough, isn't it?
Well, I wonder where Maya could possibly be right now. What do you think, Dahlia? Where do you think Maya Fay could be right now? Huh?
The idea that she's still in the sacred cavern is just ridiculous. She wasn't able to escape from the inner temple, that much is obvious. In that case, there is only one place she could be.
Where?
Do I have to spell it out?
Well, I was gonna say right here, but sure, the bottom of the Eagle River, sure.
The bottom of the Eagle River. Where else?
Eagle River?
Maya Fey killed her long-lost mother. Can you imagine the guilt she must have felt when she realized that? That's why she threw herself into the Eagle River. Most bodies that wind up in there are lost forever.
Most, but not all. Also, I'm not convinced that she went in there at all, but...
So, what do you have to say now, Feeny?
Ooh... Oops. Sorry, that's my phone. What kind of ringtone is that? Godot here. Okay, thanks. Short phone call.
Was it something important?
They just finished removing the locks from the sacred cavern. That's great! What about Maya? There was a woman in the cave.
Was it Maya Fey?
It was the accused, Sister Iris. So it seems that Dahlia was at least partially telling the truth. Perhaps even fully. I mean, she's got nothing to lose, she's dead. But she does have things to gain, such as being entertained by messing with people, so... much remains to be seen.
Don't look so surprised. I locked her in there yesterday. I just finished telling you that.
So, what about Maya? Where is she? Phoenix, are you not even wondering, do you not even have, like, the slightest inkling of a hint, like... Who's channeling Dahlia right now? Who's channeling Dahlia right now? Who could it possibly be? Like, what do you think? How do you think Dahlia woke up in the caverns? And we have a spirit channeler, a very skilled spirit channeler, missing. Like, what do you think? If I'm wrong about that, by the way, that's gonna be crazy. I'm very excited to see what happens. There was no one else found inside the sacred cavern. No, it can't be.
I told you, didn't I? She's dead.
See, what I was saying before with, my train of thought was, like, Dahlia's talking about how, okay, when someone dies, their spirit lives on. And she wants to kill Maya, but if she kills Maya, then Maya's spirit lives on. So what my thought was, well, what happens to someone when they're channeling a spirit? Do they even, like, exist during that time? Are they conscious at all? So if she were to force Maya to channel her just continuously, just forever, then Maya would effectively be dead because her body's being taken over by another spirit. And what's her spirit doing at that time? Is she conscious? Is she just basically sleeping?
So that would be a very effective way to, like, kill someone. Would be, if you're a spirit, just invade their body and make their spirit dormant. Right? That was my line of thinking. We'll see. We'll see if Dahlia actually doesn't know that Maya's channeling her, which is like, I'm pretty sure that's what happened. That's what's happening. Like, I don't see what else could be happening here at this point. I'm just kind of assuming that this is Maya channeling Dahlia right now. But does Dahlia know that? She doesn't seem capable of knowing who's channeling her at any given time, but that's just based on what she has already said. So we're just taking her word for that. And as we know, we can't take her word for anything. so we just have to see what happens, ultimately. No. And Phoenix really believes Maya's dead. He really isn't. He doesn't. Anyway.
It seems that this case has come to an end. A tragic end.
Okay, well, that's only if you believe everything that Dahlia has said. Hold on, Judge.
Sadly, it appears the killer of Elise O'Nim, also known as Misty Faye, was her own daughter, Maya Faye.
Don't make me keep doing the judge voice.
Overcome with guilt for what she had done, Maya Faye jumped to her death into the raging waters of the Eagle River.
You're just buying into everything that Dahlia's saying, and you're just believing all of the spirit channeling stuff too? Like, what's going on? What's going on, Judge? It can't be. Ha. Right. Have you ever heard this one? Once you eliminate the impossible, whatever remains must be the truth. No matter how improbable it may seem.
What is that supposed to mean, Prosecutor Godot?
I wasn't talking to you. According to this witness, Maya Faye threw herself into the Eagle River. However, is that really the truth? Remember, this woman testified earlier that the bridge was already on fire when the murder was taking place in the garden. Which means if Maya had thrown herself into the river, must have been from the inner temple side near the bridge.
That's right. That's where she jumped from.
But that's impossible. It's impossible to jump into the river from there. What? Don't get your panties all twisted up, trite. Hey, keep my panties out of your mouth. Just relax and think through the whole thing again. So it's impossible? Aya couldn't have thrown herself into Eagle River?
Well, Mr. Wright, Miss Hawthorne claims that Miss Faye threw herself into the river from the inner temple side.
Uh-oh, let me save, no! Let's check the map. Uh-huh. I feel like just showing the map is probably enough. I don't think I have anything else here that would be relevant. I don't think that bridge photo shows anything. Yeah, I think it's just the map, because the map pretty clearly shows that you can't jump straight into the river from this side, because there's a shoreline down there. Take a look at this. It's impossible to jump into the Eagle River from the inner temple side. No one knows that better than this witness. Love that my webcam is covering up his hand. No pointing allowed. Pointing censored.
What did you say?
11 years ago, you jumped into the very same river. Just take a look at this overhead map. As you can see, below the cliff on the inner temple side is a big rock shelf.
Oh, oh, you're right.
Ooh! She wouldn't have reached the river if she had jumped off from there. In other words, if she had jumped, we should be able to see her body in this photo. Okay, that photo does actually show. I probably could have presented this photo too. All right, cool. That's crazy. So you finally figured it out. Godot is just always 5 steps ahead. Like, good for him. He's just a genius.
You... No!
Order.
You're just playing with me. Mayafei's body is at the bottom of the Eagle River. There's nowhere else she could possibly be hiding.
Dahlia, do you really believe that? Really? Really? Is everyone here just so clueless? Really? Miss Hawthorne, have you ever heard this one before? Once you eliminate the impossible, just stealing Godot's line straight up. Just like, okay. Once you eliminate the impossible, whatever remains must be the truth.
Yes, I have heard that one. Just a few minutes ago.
Mayafei wasn't inside the sacred cavern. We now know that she didn't throw herself into the Eagle River. Correct. That eliminates all the most likely possibilities. Now, although it seems improbable, there's still one other place she could be. Now are you putting it together, Phoenix?
What? What is this one possibility you were talking about?
That's obviously a bluff. So where is her dead body then?
She ain't dead, bruh. Finally, I think the pieces are falling into place. Normally, the living have no way to punish the dead. Normally. But I think there is a way to give Dahlia Hawthorne the ultimate punishment. Ultimate, you say? Shall I tell you, Miss Hawthorne? Shall I tell you where Mayafei is this very instant? Oh, but if you tell her, then you're giving her a pretty easy way to kill Maya, so that might be a bad idea. Well, I'm pretty sure, I'm very confident that I know the answer, but I'm gonna save anyway. She's right here. She's in this courtroom. There's only one possibility left. Namely, she's right here in this very courtroom.
What?
But Maya Fey is here? You said it's in my courtroom?
Dahlia Hawthorne. I seem to recall that you said... I had misunderstood one thing, you see.
So what?
I think there's one more thing you misunderstood.
What do you mean?
Tell me something. At this very moment. Here we go. Finally, good job, Phoenix. Who is channeling Dahlia Hawthorne?
Why, that's obvious. It's Pearl Fey, that pathetic little sniveling runt.
She really thinks... Nuh-uh. You're wrong. Pearl's tried, but she couldn't do it.
I never failed at channeling someone. This is the first time it's happened.
Isn't there any explanation for why you wouldn't channel a spirit?
It could happen if someone else was already channeling the same spirit. Someone called me before Pearl did? But who?
Pearl's even tried again on the day after the crime. But she couldn't do it. What could that mean? I'm on Pearl's forehead. Nice spacious place to sit. Sorry, that was weird. I mean like this. Oops, I just made myself so small I disappeared. Hold on. I live in Pearl's forehead now. Okay, enough of that.
She couldn't do it. What could that mean?
I think the truth is becoming clearer to you right about now. Am I correct? It wasn't Pearls that channeled you. There was someone who called you before she could. Wow. Gameplay. This is an easy one. Thanks, Phoenix. Pearls couldn't do it, and Misty Fey is gone. There's only one possibility left.
Come on already! I can't stand the tension!
The judge is loving this. He's like totally buying. He has bought into the spirit channeling that stuff at this point, and he's just eating it up. Dahlia Hawthorne, the person channeling you right now must be Maya Fey.
What?
But how could that be? Remember that this witness, Dahlia Hawthorne, said about her goal.
She said that her goal was to kill Maya Fey.
Yes, that's right. But if Maya channeled the spirit of someone that was trying to kill her...
Well, Gramps, what would happen?
Could it be?
Looks like you finally understand, Your Honor.
Well, I don't. What are you going on about?
What I'm going on about is the reason Maya channeled you. And there's only one reason. Protect herself from you. I don't really get that. Why can't Dahlia just kill herself to kill Maya? I mean, so far it's worked well as a hiding place, but now she knows. So why can't she just kill herself to kill Maya? What's the explanation here? Is there something I'm forgetting? Because I often forget things because it's been so long since I started this game.
To protect herself from me?
Yes. On the night of the crime, you were only interested in one thing.
Killing Maya Fey.
The path back to Hazakura was closed off and there was nowhere for her to run. So then the problem became, where would be the safest place to hide? Okay, yeah, so we've established it is in fact a good hiding place, but that you just told her. Anyway.
You mean that's when she channeled me?
All this time you thought you had been channeled by pearls. That's why it never occurred to you that Maya's hiding place was you. You.
No,
Don't say that!
you're saying that I, Dahlia Hawthorne, was played for a fool by that little whelp?
I wanted to wrap up stream by now, but I really want to keep going, and at least until we get to a decent stopping place. Oh boy.
Maya Fey killed herself, isn't it obvious?
No. Sorry, but no. It would have been impossible for her to jump into the Eagle River. This was the only avenue of escape open to Maya. The only way that Maya could disappear from the inner temple. Excuse me.
I don't believe you. A stupid little girl like that who has never been out in the real world. She could never have come up with a plan like that. Who could have ever given her such a brilliant idea?
Well... me, of course. There... Yep, I knew she was gonna make an appearance. I knew it was gonna happen. Mia
Fey.
Two ghosts facing off in court. Let's go.
It's been a long time, Dahlia Hawthorne.
Hey, Godot, how's it going? How are you doing? How are you feeling right now, buddy? Normal day for you, huh? Normal day at the office? So it's true. It was you.
Yes.
Huh. You're something else.
What are you doing here? That hair.
That hair, it's pearls, right?
Tell me something, Dahlia. I want you to think back to that night one more time. You had just cornered Maya in the Inner Temple's garden, and then, in the final moments of the fight, you lost consciousness. I was stabbed by Maya Fey!
Actually, Maya lost consciousness at the same time as you. Okay. She did.
Not terribly surprising, since she was about to be killed.
Oh, Judge. When she woke up, she was in the training hall.
That's when Maya decided she needed help. So she channeled me. She explained in a memo the situation she was in. She asked me what I thought she should do. She did that? I can't believe it. Of course, I didn't have all the details. But one thing was perfectly clear.
And that was?
I knew that you couldn't be allowed to wander free.
Free?
What do you mean? It was a race against time, so I wrote down 2 things that Maya had to do. Channel Dahlia Hawthorne as soon as possible, and lock herself in the sacred cavern until help arrived.
So it was Maya who put that lock on there. Yes, but why did you order her to do those 2 things?
If she hadn't done it, Dahlia Hawthorne would have been channeled by someone else. By one Pearl Fay.
Pearls.
Yes, Pearl didn't properly understand the plan, so all she was trying to do was follow her mother, Morgan Fay's instructions. If she had succeeded in channeling Dahlia Hawthorne's spirit, things would have turned out very badly, to put it mildly.
So that's how it was. Dahlia Hawthorne would have used the body of Pearl Fay.
It's like creepy, but like appropriately creepy for the situation that they keep talking about using the body of this 9-year-old child. Like, it's an interesting writing choice, and I don't think it's a bad choice. I think, yeah, this is a messed up situation. She wanted to use the body of a 9-year-old to commit murder. That's what's happening. So, yeah, just, I guess, kudos to the localizers for that, and I suppose for the original writers, if more or less the same wording was used, I wouldn't know. Yeah.
To kill Maya at all costs. Yes, it certainly sounds like that was the intent all along.
How dare you! I won't forget this!
Why not just admit it, Dahlia Hawthorne? Your little plan was nothing but a big failure.
Yes. Another failure to add to the pile of shame, wouldn't you say?
Kill her, Mia. Just get her.
What do you mean by another?
Think about it, Dahlia. Remember all your past crimes? Not a single one of them was a success. They all ended in failure. They all ended in failure. All of them. All of them.
What? How dare you?
11 years ago. The fake kidnapping, your very first crime. Meow, sploosh. Beautiful animation. You got your hands on a $2 million diamond, but after Terry Falls escaped and went to meet with Valerie Hawthorne, the truth was exposed.
Shut your mouth. That wasn't my fault. It was because of that stupid oaf of a prisoner and that weakling of a policewoman.
And then, 1 year later, you tried to kill me. Well, I'm still alive, but you wound up killing someone else. As a result, you were sentenced to death. One stupid move after another for you. But it's no longer funny. Was it ever funny? Was it ever funny? People died. Multiple people died. Wasn't it like at least, I want to say 3 people who died? Because it was the guy that she killed instead of Phoenix. There was Valerie Hawthorne, I believe she killed her, didn't she? Or at least orchestrated her death. I don't quite remember the details of that one, but I believe Valerie Hawthorne was killed as a result of Dahlia's actions. And then Terry Falls drank the poison in court because of her. I believe I'm remembering that correctly, more or less. So that's at least 3 people that have died by Dahlia's hand. But now it's no longer funny. And, you know, those 3 are just like the past ones before this case, is what I mean. But now it's no longer funny.
You, wipe that smug, happy-go-lucky smile off your face.
And now this. You've messed up again. You let Maya Fey escape. Even though she was right there in front of you. Grr. Grr. Ah! Noises.
Mia Fey, Mia Fey, Mia Fey, Mia Fey. I can't yell because my mom's probably trying to sleep at this point. She has work tomorrow. It's 10:30.
You spinster. Spinster? Okay. Strange thing to call her.
I was supposed to kill Maya Fey like I swore I would. And if you only you had gotten this spiky-haired jerk the guilty verdict, I wouldn't have been hanged to death.
True. Yep, true.
But I think you finally understand, Dahlia Hawthorne. You will never defeat me. What did you say? Whether you're alive, dead, or somewhere in between, you will never defeat me. As long as I'm around, you're destined to lose for all of eternity.
Dead people in an eternal rivalry. Let's go. I remember what you said earlier in the trial. You said there was no way we could punish you. Because you were already dead.
What about it?
Then you said, even when the body dies, the spirit, the ego, it lives on forever. Great choice of words there, the ego.
That's very true, Dahlia. And that's exactly the punishment you'll never be able to escape from. You'll never be able to escape from your own ego. All of eternity, you'll have to remain as Dahlia Hawthorne. A miserable, pathetic, weak creature who could never win at anything.
Wow, okay, really going for the throat there. Alright. Alright. Sorry, I'm messing with my hair. And yawning again.
And for you, there is no escape from that. No hope of freedom. Since the day you were executed, the narrow bridge that once stretched out in front of you has burnt to a crisp.
Good one, Mia. Good use of analogy and metaphor.
You... Ooh.
Ooh. You're wrong.
It can't be.
How could I lose to the likes of you? It no longer matters. I don't care whether you win or lose anymore. The only thing I want is for you to come out of Maya's body right now. Oh, neat. Actual ghost. Awesome. Goes hard. Good stuff. And Maya's here. Oh, oh, Maya.
Now then, I assume you are the real Iris.
Oh, Iris is just here now. I guess they brought her from the cave.
Yes, I was just rescued from the sacred cavern.
I must say, you and your twin sister are indeed identical from what I can see. In any case,
I can't believe the judge just fully accepted the whole spirit channeling thing. Like, I thought there would be way more discussion about it. But anyway.
it appears that everything has finally been cleared up. Mr. Godot, what happened to Dahlia Hawthorne?
Excuse me. If you ask me, Your Honor, looks like she went back to the hell she came from.
Seems that Misty Faye wasn't the only victim of this crime. Maya Faye, as well as the young Pearl Faye, are also victims of this wicked and selfish plan.
Yes, Your Honor.
The tragedy of Medium Valley has finally come to an end, it seems.
Medium Valley?
It would be best for everyone if no further attempt was made to channel that spirit again.
Like we're just accepting it. We're just accepting the spirit channeling thing. Like thanks, Judge. I'm surprised though. Your Honor?
Yes, what is it?
About this whole spirit medium thing. It's almost weird how comfortable you seem to be with the concept now. That's what I'm saying! That's what I'm saying!
Well, to be frank, my younger brother is quite judgmental. He often criticizes me for not studying hard enough. So I made a concerted effort to study up on the crane channeling technique.
Hey, isn't that the New Year's issue of Occult?
I've seen quite a few things in my many years on the bench. And in all that time, I've finally learned this one thing. Each case is different and takes place in its own world, if you will. In order to fully understand that world, first we have to immerse ourselves in it completely. And that's where my brother and I used to differ.
Never thought of it that way.
At any rate, it's time to pass judgment on the case of Iris of Hazakura Temple.
So he's basically saying, well, you know, for the purposes of this case, I'll just believe in spirit channeling. just immerse myself in the world. Just because that's what you do. Just believe in the supernatural just for the purposes of this one trial. Sure, okay. Anyway, time to pass judgment.
Objection!
Godot, what's your problem? Godot, what's your problem? You're a little too fast with that gavel, Your Honor.
What do you mean by that, Mr. Godot?
This trial. It isn't over yet. That's what he means.
What? Right. Remember what Miss Evil Spirit said in her testimony? Huh? Dahlia's testimony? I got a letter in front of the stone lantern. I stabbed Maya, and then she stabbed me back, and then I died because I was in the body of this woman who died. Just as Dahlia Hawthorne was about to attack Maya, she was stabbed and killed by someone.
Yes, that's right.
The person that was ultimately killed was the spirit medium that channeled Dahlia. Please don't no, Misty Faye. But who killed her? We still don't know who did it. This isn't over? Unless someone else is found guilty, the accused is still on trial. We can't let her walk until there is evidence that proves her innocence. No way.
But this court isn't prepared for any further testimony.
The prosecution is ready to call our final witness.
Final witness?
This one will clear up the whole mystery. The mystery of who killed Misty Faye.
Indeed.
Is it really all right, Mr. Prosecutor?
Of course it's all right, Madame Attorney.
Very well then. Who is this final witness?
Ha! Isn't it obvious? There's one person who saw the whole event and will put the final dagger in this case.
Someone who saw the murder take place?
The very person who saw her mother killed in front of her own eyes. You mean Maya? You can't. She can't testify after what she's just been through. We need to find the truth. Prosecution calls Maya Faye to the witness stand.
Very well. But first, we'll take a brief recess. We'll have to wait for Miss Faye to recover before summoning her. Once we receive the doctor's permission, we will proceed with the trial.
Hey, Trite. I've got something to listen to you. It's getting late. I'm gonna wrap up stream. It sounds like we're about to get it to be continued, so we're just gonna power through this last little bit. Hey, Trite. I've got something to say to you, so listen up. What is it? I don't think much of you as a lawyer. It's always the same with you. You somehow managed to just squeak by without even a faint understanding of the case. Some beautiful woman always seems to come dashing in at the last minute to save you. You've got some nerve! But that's not going to happen this time. This time, you're going to have to do this by yourself. Huh?
That's enough. This court is now in recess.
Right? Still going for a minute? There's got to be a to be continued coming up, because there's another, like, we're on 4-2 and there's going to be a 4-3, right?
I'm truly sorry about everything. You were working so hard to defend me. I was missing all day, and we didn't even have a chance to talk.
She's right. She was missing all day, and we didn't even have a chance to talk. When I met Iris at the training hall yesterday, they had already switched places, and Iris was inside the sacred cavern.
I wanted to at least be in the defendant's box today to root you on.
Well, it wasn't your fault. You were locked up this whole time. There's something more important than that, though. I have to ask you. Why did you help your sister out as much as you did?
Huh?
If you had tried to get help at the sacred cavern yesterday, you wouldn't have spent an entire day locked up in there.
My sister. I felt sorry for her. She was abandoned by her mother and never got any love from her father either.
Yes, but it was the same for you too, wasn't it?
Yes, but at least I had Sister Bikini, who was like a mother to me. If only Dahlia had come with me to Hazakura Temple. I always loved her. Dahlia was always so smart, so strong. She never complained about a thing. That's why I promised her that I would help her.
Are you talking about the fake kidnapping case 11 years ago?
Yes, I wanted to be useful to her in some way. But as usual, I was too cowardly. At the last minute, I ran away. Because of that, Dahlia's stepsister, Valerie, ended up...
That was the case that wounded Mia so badly.
But things didn't end there, of course. Some people suspected that my sister was involved in the murder.
Some people? You must mean...
Yes, 2 defense attorneys. Mia Fey and Diego Armando.
This strange man that we haven't seen in so long. Where has he been? What has he been up to? We just don't know.
After poisoning Mr. Armando, who was getting too close to learning the truth, Dahlia even tried to kill the person who had unknowingly hid the poison for her. You.
That's right. Iris, there's one more thing that I have to ask you.
Yes, what is it?
Cheerful little cute pose. On the night of the murder, the person that cleaned up the corpse of the victim, Elise Donim, was it really you?
Yes, it was me. That night, after I rang the lights out bell, I went back to my room. At around 10:30, I received a call on my cell phone.
Oh, that is a loud, shrill ringtone. Ugh, stop it. Beep. There's a problem. Come to the inner temple right away.
I got on the snowmobile and headed for the inner temple. But
The lightning! The fire! The path to the inner temple was cut off, right?
exactly.
Ah, loud! You can't just leave the body here. So you got to do this exactly as I say, got it? Whee!
It was me. I was the one that received her body. The murder weapon had been left in her body so she wouldn't bleed too much. The staff that Mystic Elise always held.
I knew it. So the actual murder weapon was the staff.
Yes, that's right. I brought the body back to Hazakura Temple on the snowmobile.
Why did you alter the body?
I didn't want anyone to know that the staff was the murder weapon. I didn't want to leave anything that would lead back to Misty Faye. So I dressed her in a robe and stabbed her with
Shito, making me say that word when I'm tired.
I wiped the blood off the staff's blade and left it next to her on the ground.
Iris, just tell me one last thing. Tell me the name of the person that called your cell phone. The real killer.
I'm sorry, Mr. Wright. I can't do it. I can't say who did it.
I see. The actual murder weapon.
Defendant,
Yes,
the judge is calling you. He wants to see you in his chambers.
He wants you to see you in his chambers. Good. All right, bailiff.
He has some questions about Dahlia Hawthorne.
all right. Well then, I'll see you later. There's something I want to tell you.
Oh no, don't be blushing like that. Okay. Something she wants to tell me? Don't blush like that, girl. So it's true. Iris cooperated with the real killer. Maybe even from the very beginning. Phoenix. Girl, just put some different clothes on. Come on. Anyway, Mia. How is Maya doing? Physically, I'm not worried. She'll recover completely. But emotionally, she's been hurt very badly by this case. Understandably, yeah. I see. You don't mean She's learned who Elise Donim really was?
Yes, I went to the medical office and talked with her. I told her everything I knew.
Why?
Maya's stronger than you think. I knew she could take it. All of it.
What do you mean by that?
I want you to figure that answer out by yourself. The trial is about to restart. The real killer. Do you know who it is yet?
Iris wouldn't tell me who called her, but still, I think that just maybe I know who it was. That night, the victim was killed in the garden of the Inner Temple. And the criminal wasn't just there by accident. Which means that the killer knew of Dahlia's plan from the very beginning.
And one more thing. The victim was moved to the Hazakura temple side by pendulum. In other words, the criminal couldn't cross the bridge. That means they were stuck on the inner temple side for almost an entire day.
Exactly. So the culprit was someone that wasn't in Hazakura Temple the following day.
That's as much help as I can give you. The rest of the battle is yours to win. Or lose.
Okay, I've got it. Thank you, Mia. Finally, it's almost time to bring this case to an end. Finally, looks at the part 11 in the stream title. What exactly did Maya see anyway? And who was it that actually killed Misty Faye? Whoever it was, I have to prove it. Me. All by myself. To be continued. We did it. We're almost done. That is crazy. I'm almost done this game. I'm actually it's happening. It's cinema. I do like having the camera on. I can just do things. Yeah. I am pretty tired now, so I won't yap too much. Gonna moving my webcam around. I don't know what I'm doing. I feel like maybe leaving some space around here, a little frame, little border. What do we think? Yeah, I don't know if I'm gonna have the webcam on again next time, or if I'm just gonna go back to PNG tuber mode, or maybe put the webcam back. Hang on, I can actually. Yeah, it's a bit of a mess off camera there. I don't really want to move the webcam to show. Yeah, maybe. I don't know if I'll have the webcam on next time, or if we'll go back to PNG tuber mode. And I don't know exactly when next time will be, because I can't stream next Sunday, because it's Easter. And during the week, I'm gonna have some school stuff to work on. It might have to be not next Sunday, but the Sunday after, on April 12th. That might have to be another 2-week gap. We'll see. As always, find me online. Check out my Blue Sky, Tumblr, and Discord. Those are the places where I post stream updates, announcements about when I'm going to stream, or just, follow me here on Twitch, hit that notification bell, and hop in when you see me go live. We're almost done Ace Attorney now, so I can actually stream something else soon. It's crazy. I don't know exactly what I'm gonna do next. I kind of want to start something new. I had Alan Wake that I was streaming that I never finished, and I also started Twilight Princess. I did one stream of that one. I wouldn't mind going back to either of those. But I've also kind of been thinking of maybe doing Deltarune chapters 3 and 4. Maybe. Though, to be honest, I kind of want to play those. I kind of have a deadline for when I want to finish those chapters. But it's still months away. I could probably get enough streams in to finish chapters 3 and 4. I kind of like my line of thinking here is that I want to finish chapters 3 and 4 before I go to DashCon 2 again, which is coming up at the beginning of August, if I remember correctly. I think I got a ticket for just the Sunday, which is August 2nd. Because, the first DashCon 2, which they're all called DashCon 2. The first DashCon 2 is last year, and now we have DashCon 2 2026 coming up. But yeah, the first one was July 2025, and there was quite a bit of Deltarune merch and just general, Deltarune cosplay and stuff. And I was like, man, I haven't played the new chapters yet. I don't know. I don't know what this is. So I kind of want to, now it's been so long and I still haven't played the new chapters. They're like barely even new anymore. So I do want to play those. So I might stream them. Maybe. I did stream the first 2 chapters, so I might as well continue. So I'm thinking that might be my next thing after Ace Attorney. But we can talk about that more after I actually finish Ace Attorney, which is maybe going to be in the next stream, depending on how long this last segment is. Yeah. I might just, plan to do a longer stream and see if I can just get through the rest of Ace Attorney for my next stream. But again, that won't be next week because next Sunday is Easter Sunday and we're going to be doing family stuff over here. So, yeah, it is about 11 p.m. This is later than I wanted to stream, so I think that's enough yapping. I will just wrap up and yeah. Have a good night, have a good couple weeks, have a good Easter if you celebrate, and I will see you later for possibly finally the end of Ace Attorney. And then we'll talk more about what I might stream next after that. But yeah, there we go. That in any case, that's it for tonight. So I'm gonna end the stream, okay? Good night. Bye. Bye. Bye.